Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another 5-minute build showcase for Destiny 2, where today we are focusing on the brand new seasonal weapon, the Ex Diris grenade launcher. In this build we are going to be spamming both our grenade launcher and our grenades while also having help from loyal moths and supercharged arc souls for maximum chaos. So now let's check out this insane build. This build is going to revolve around several elements to have a constant ammo source for our Ex Diris, as well as a solid ability rotation to spam powerful grenades while also having arc souls and supercharge. So first off, let's check out our new exotic, the Ex Diris. This arc based grenade launcher benefits from the perk Nucleosynthetic Magazine, where the magazine continuously draws ammo from reserves, meaning we never have to reload a weapon, which is extremely satisfying to use. We also have the weapon trait, Loyal Moth, where final blows create a loyal moth that will seek out nearby targets and detonate, blinding them. I found this procs more often than I expected, and having groups of enemies blinded is definitely useful in sticky situations. Our intrinsic trait, Corrupted Nucleosynthesis, gives us an increased fire rate when dealing or sustaining damage. While this does not give too much to the weapon's effect, it can be useful when dealing with larger groups of enemies. This grenade launcher is definitely one of the best seasonal weapons we've gotten in a while, and I do believe it will find its place in the grenade launcher meta, especially with guardians who haven't gotten a good forbearance to drop, or for those who don't raid enough to farm forbearance. Taking a look at our subclass, I've decided to use Chaos Reach for our super, acting as a burst of damage and giving me the ability to use only part of my supercharge if I want. When it comes to other abilities, I've gone for the Ball Lightning Melee for some extra range, and the Healing Rift for some survivability in this build. For our grenade, I've gone for the Flashbang Grenade, as it has the shortest cooldown of 131, allowing us to spam grenades at a faster rate, and for its blinding capabilities, which complements the Ex Diris perfectly. To give us more grenade usability, our exotic armor of choice is the Verity's Brow, with its perk, the Fourth Magic. Weapon final blows of damage type matching your subclass grant stacks of death throws, which provide 50% additional base grenade recharge and 20% increased grenade damage per stack, stacking up to 5. This not only helps us regain our grenades extremely fast, but it also makes them even more deadly, and as an added bonus, using our grenades near allies grants them the Field of Flames buff for a 10 times grenade recharge rate. This exotic allows us to truly spam our flashbang grenades from getting final blows with the Ex Diris, while also increasing grenade damage to both stun and eliminate groups of adds. To further reinforce our ability rotation, our first aspect is Electrostatic Mind. Defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates ionic traces. This allows us to be constantly amplified while passively restoring our abilities. Our second aspect will give us some extra firepower and give our loyal moths a friend with Arc Soul. Cast your Rift to create an Arc Soul that fires in front of you. Allies passing through your Rift can also gain souls, and while you are amplified, your Arc Souls are supercharged with increased fire rate. Taking a look at our fragments, I've gone for Spark of Resistance to help out with survivability, and I'm also going for Spark of Beacons so that while we're amplified, which is all the time, your Arc Special Weapon final blows create blinding explosions. This will help us stun even more enemies, which gets more useful as difficulty increases, as enemies will be harder to defeat in a single shot. To allow us to make even more ionic traces, I'm using Spark of Discharge, creating ionic traces from Arc Weapon final blows. And finally, to further enhance our flashbang grenades, I'm equipping a Spark of Shock to allow grenades to jolt targets. This build already does everything we want it to, and the mods I've decided to use will help maximize the potency of the Ex Diris and our abilities. To help enhance our grenade launcher, I've gone for an Arc Reserves mod to increase the amount of ammo we can carry, and I'm also using a special ammo finder to make sure we always have enough ammo available. To help out our ability loop, I'm using 2 bolster and detonation mods to grant class ability energy from grenade damage, and then 2 bomber mods to grant grenade energy from using our Rift. To further reduce our grenade cooldown, I've also decided to use an impact induction mod for grenade charge from melee damage. For some supercharge, I'm using an Ashes to Assets mod to gain supercharge from grenade final blows, since grenades are going to be a big part of our build. And for some extra survivability, I'm also using a recuperation mod to gain health from orb power pickups. And to create plenty of orbs, I'm using a harmonic siphon, so that the Ex Diris final blows create orbs. Since we're going to be producing orbs at an insane rate, we can equip Arc Weapon Surge on our leg armor for extra weapon damage on our grenade launcher. You can either go for 2 stacks of this mod for maximum DPS, or 1 surge mod and an innovation mod if you want to send out even more grenades. I found this build to be the best combo for the Ex Diris on the Warlock, with maximum blinding, jolting, arc explosions, grenades and supercharge. As always, I'll leave a screenshot to mod placements right here, and I'll put a dim link in the description for you to check out. Of course, if you enjoyed this build showcase, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content every week, and I'll see you in the next one.